Hello everybody and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. We are in the process of acquiring more filtration medium because I ran out and then I thought I had to go to another planet to get it, but then I remembered that I actually just have some sand lake on my doorstep and I'm kind of stupid. So we're going to do that. We're going to acquire this stuff. And it's going to be far easier than whatever I was about to do. Okay. Gonna do a bit of that. Bit of that. You know what? You can probably be the cross-section one. Bit of that there. Remember, it's like every 3 is the way I like to do it. Doesn't have to be, I don't think. But I like to do it every 3. Oh, it was suffocating. I thought it said Liam was scalding, but no, it's people are suffocating up here. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Let's do that. Do that. And do that. Okay. Hopefully nobody dies to that while we organize the basically the relief effort to stop everybody suffering from having no oxygen. Okay. Perfect. 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 Alright, then we should be able to breathe again. Because the real problem is we've got no carbon scrubbers. Scrubbing no carbon, you know? Well, at least this one is going. I mean, these ones... You know what it is? It's because neither of these carbon scrubbers are going. Well, they weren't for a time. We weren't removing carbon, so the carbon wasn't flowing down here. And we've locked off this section, so the carbon actually can't flow down here. Which is a mistake. We did this to insulate, but I do feel like we want a way for the carbon to get down to the slicksters. That isn't a gas pump that pumps carbon. You know what I mean? Well, but it doesn't really matter. We'll see how it goes. Come on, give me the good news. Give me the. You're so close to being done, bro. You're so close. Oh, it's got to be done in this episode, otherwise I'll lose my mind. Why are you not being built? Oh. Interesting. I didn't realize there was a gap here that led oil into here. Not a terrible problem, but does allow for a heat transfer that I'm not too keen on. We'll see. God, that takes so long. It's fine. It's fine. We just let it ride. Yeah, we've got a huge, frankly, huge deconstruction project going on over here. In which, honestly, I might as well just mine all of this out. Yep, suffocating, suffocating, suffocating. It's all in here. Huh. What if? What if we just put some mesh tiles in here? To allow the carbon to float down into this area where we know it's very carbony and the gas is okay seeping out through here. Oh. Steve died. That's unfortunate. I guess there is no usable gas all the way over here. Okay. Unfortunately, it makes sense. Oh, I'm dropping my floxes. No. Get relocated up to here, you dumb idiots. You big dumb animals. Okay. So now there's oxygen in here, which is good and nice. And let's maybe make these priority 9s, please. There we go. Oh, what did Stephen do? Hey, what did Stephen actually do? I truly don't know what any member of my colony does. Not because I don't respect them. Oxalite, by the way. Yeah, not because I don't respect them, but because I just don't know really what they... like what I've assigned each person to do. What hat did he have? He might have been the miner? Where is he? Oh, he's gone. I guess we'll never know. Okay. Good lord. Why is this not getting built? I guess I'll just cancel the build and ask them to redo it. I mean, it doesn't even need to be built. I just like it to be built. Okay. Skills. Okay. You are the super duper hard digging person. Catalina is new and does nothing. Oh my god, Catalina is a researcher. That's actually perfect. She's going to be our space pilot. I'll need to give her piloting, obviously, but she's a researcher. Perfect. Okay. Priorities. You... yeah, you mine more than anything. Okay. Good stuff. Now, we should probably look for a replacement. You know what? Increase excavation, increase medicine, decrease construction, but +5 construction and supplying. Welcome, Abe. I selected him and I had no idea what his name was. You know what? We can deconstruct this airlock. I don't even know why we have it. But it just slows things down. Why are you out there? How many animals do I have in here? Maximum size is 90. This is 99 tiles big. How? Okay. 99, 98, 97, 96. Okay. I guess you know what? Yeah, cancel that. Cancel this. What if we just did that? That might make it the right size. I hope. Then I can see how many animals are in the ranch. They're probably not doing anything in there because it's not really a ranch at the moment. Come on. Okay, oh my god. We're almost there. We're almost there. Can you believe how long it's taken to sort this out? And I could... there's things I could do, but I'm just gonna... I don't want to mess around with it too much. Because I don't want people bringing anything in that might accidentally turn this petroleum into sour gas or something by bringing hot materials in, and then we've got... the whole problem starts over again, and then I crash out, and I just end the series. Okay. So, there should be... okay, carbon dioxide perfectly filtered up into it. That's a small problem. That is a small problem. But as long as we're careful... right, as long as we're very careful. We should be able to do this. Steel is looking pretty good. Loads of wood. Okay. Big fan of how the colony is going in general. Rocket is pretty much built. You know what I'm going to need to do? How do I view interior? I'm going to need to do this thing again. I'm going to need to figure out how the hell I work this. Which means I'm going to have to look at my old colony to figure out how you make the inside of one of those. And then I'll do it. Because it'll be wicked. Okay, radiation stitch is pretty good. Are you unreachable? You're probably unreachable. God, I actually hate working in these fucking ranches. Pike apple bush. Get uprooted. Then I'm gonna build a ladder like that. And then I'm gonna build some tiles like that. Okay? So this becomes a real ranch again. Ceiling collapse. That's fine. Hold on, how are you guys getting up here? You're going all the way through here. Why don't you just get rid of this wall, fellas? Definitely dig that out. So they're not flooding the fella in here. And you know what? Why don't you just mine that so you're not having to go around it either? Okay, that should make life a scooch easier. Why am I building snow tiles there? I have no idea. Oh wow, stress is huge. Why is Uti so oh. Let me guess. You're trapped. You're trapped in liquid, being electrocuted constantly. That's why he's freaking out. He's an idiot. Alright. Made a mess, which means you're trapped, right? Yeah. There you go. Now you can leave. We're fine. We are fine. Oh, into the micrograms. This is good. Very good. This is probably the most accurate representation of the decreasing amount of gas. This is the furthest possible point. It's a respectable speed. It's not fast, but it doesn't feel too slow either. Okay. The good news is it means that we will eventually get there. Then we build this. Build this. Well, build this. Deconstruct this. Sweep this. Build this. If gas somehow comes back into here, I want you to understand, series ends. I commit seppuku in Minecraft, okay? For real. I can't do it again. And it can't be me that does it to me either, because I'll lose it. I really will. Okay. Have you done the thing up here? You have. Which means 93 tiles. Max is what? Max is 96. Which means you can dig and deconstruct that. And you can cancel that. Right? Okay. Problems with temperature. Really? It needs to be minus 14. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's what I was going to do. I was insulating all of this, which I probably don't need. This. Or shouldn't have this. You know what I will do, though? I'm going to uproot this pike apple bush, and I'm going to make it another... Actually, no. Cancel that. I'm going to uproot this pike apple bush, and I'm going to make it another wheezewort. To doubly cool the room down. Then you can go back to being pike apple. Yeah. Oh, you know, I didn't look at either. Let's check the comments. Did they get this? They did. Nope. They did. Wheezewort plant. Okay. Let's just see. How are we doing? Okay, you need sulfur for supercoolant. You actually need it for the fullerene and the supercoolant. That's good to know. But I definitely don't need this sulfur geyser, so we probably never need to worry about this fella, which is good to know. I like that. Okay. Oh, you know what? These are ones from... I think I might have acted on these in the last one. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, you know what, actually? What was a good suggestion that I did see? So, these things generate a crazy amount of heat, and then I made them out of steel. The suggestion I got was, change this from mesh tile to a real tile, and then leave a mesh at the at the end, and then the liquid that comes out of the petroleum generator will wick away some of the heat and transfer it down into here, which will keep them cool. The solution I ended up going with was just make them out of steel, and they probably won't overheat, which is good. Oh, exosuit training is a skill I should definitely give everybody if they have it. Where is... Oh my god. Yeah, that's fine. You should take exosuit training. Anyone who can, or seems to have the morale, should take it. Yep. Why not? Okay. Oh, you actually like that. Let's go. Your morale's pretty bad. But it will even out because they will eat good food. Right, and the good food will help. And then we have a banquet hall where people eat, which will definitely help. Decor, I imagine, pretty terrible. Pretty much everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Are there bedrooms undecored? They really are. I'm going to allow them to have some heat as well. Graham's always like, why are you so mean to the people? Give them some heat. You have enough wood. Okay, I will. Okay, everything's still blocked. We're getting there. Okay. Oh, and there's the other one. Eggs in a storage bin do not incubate, but they lose viability. I put some eggs in a bin. Can't remember where or why. Oh yeah, they're dead. Whatever eggs I put in here have definitely died. Okay. Oh! That's why there's no Drecos in here. All the eggs are being swept. I'm so stupid. Yep. I wish there was a bulk move command. Just to shift everything down, because I don't want to do them one at a time. I've already made one vast mistake of being dumb. And then... boop, boop, boop. Is it shift 4? Shift 4. Yes. It's kind of vomit inducing. Boop. Okay. I'm just going to do it one at a time, and I'm going to leave it to run as well. Okay, as long as I get most of them down here, I'll be fine. Oh god, I hate accidentally clicking off the thing as well while I'm moving. Okay. Okay, it's fine. Stress is going way down now that the fellas aren't trapped and probably dying is how you would consider that, I imagine. Alright, Draco eggs back in here. Oh, triple digits, dude. Triple digits! Triple digits! We're on triple digits! I'll wait for this to be done, and then we can turn it on. Oh my god, we can turn it on. Priority 9 that, I guess? Oh, they did finally build this one. Thank goodness. Okay. Oh. Interesting. Interesting, this is crude oil. You know what? That's not what I wanted. Do that. Have you managed to get rid of the, oh, there's mostly natural gas. Okay, weird. Yeah. Alright. Get a little carbony over there again. That's fine. Now there's polluted oxygen up here from somewhere. It's going much easier. And we seem to have sand again. Oh, we're back up to 43 tons of sand. Let's go. We did that. We fixed that issue. Oh, the eggs have decayed. That's fine. Why not? Free sand? Yes, please. Okay. So now I should probably think about an oxalite refinery in some way. Oxygen, gold, gas intake pipe. Okay. This middle pipe. So this bottom one feeds this. Should probably feed that. Feeds these. The middle one just feeds this one gas vent. So this middle oxygen pipe I'm going to pump into, maybe even just here, an oxalite refinery. We're going to put gold and we're going to put oxygen in. Actually, it should be in an enclosed environment because the oxalite will off gas. So it should be in a specifically oxygen-rich environment, which means you should have to ladder up into it so the carbon floats down. In that case, I might just build it like here. Pull this pipe kind of down and across. Oh, this gas vent is disabled, so this middle pipe is doing nothing. I'll re-enable this for now. And then let's have a little think. So we'll wall off like this. And then we'll want an oxalite refinery. It's quite tall. I'm not sure it needs to be made out of steel. I'll probably make it out of lead. Let's do 2. We don't necessarily need to build 2, but let's do 2. Because we could maybe have a sweeper up here that immediately sweeps the deposited oxalite into a storage bin where it won't off-gas, right? Shipping. Auto sweeper. Put it like there, maybe. Then pipe. Okay, how do I want to do this? I could probably just pull from a... Does a bridge pull 100% first? I know it bridges in only when needed. Does it pull out only when needed? This thing is really pumping, by the way. I appreciate. What I might do is I might move that vent. What is this? Oh, this was hydrogen. I probably don't need this pipe anymore. Let's get rid of that. But then let's take... I imagine it will go through the floor. Okay. And then we'll build... Nope. Can you believe that oxygen got me so good that I accept occasionally that O is rotate instead of R? Can you believe they did that to me? Anyway. That's what I'll probably do. Is I'll just split off about here. Place a vent there. Deconstruct this gas vent. Okay. Then we'll definitely have a floor on this. Then for now, this will be the way we get in. Bit convoluted. But I'll probably have like an actual door and a closer... Well, for now we're going to take this way, but we'll probably come in through a door under here, like a corridor under here, and then a ladder up, because again, the oxygen floats up, and we'll want to take up the end of this pipe, probably, and specifically use it to oxygenate the environment here. Which means I probably want this floor to instead be a mesh tile, or maybe just an airflow tile. I don't know why it just disconnected the mesh there, but let's assume, whoops. Let's assume mesh tile so that gas can flow down, but oxygen can stay flowed up. Yeah. Now. Oh my god, it's not even going to be done in this fucking video. Ah. Why did you... Hold on, why did you stop? Out of power? Oh. Okay. That is a small problem. What we'll do is I will build two coal generators. Two coal generators plugged into... I got a smart battery there. Okay. I'm going to wire the battery in. I'm going to automation grid. In like this. Small bridge here. Okay, and then I'm going to priority all of this shit as a 9, right? Make that happen. I have some coal, right? I have hardly any coal. That's right. Because they're supposed to be wood burners. Yeah. Okay. Like that. And then power. Like this. Your threshold is going to be 15. Your threshold is going to be 10. Your threshold is 0. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to have our wood burners, power on if we ever have absolutely 0 power. Okay. I'm so sorry about how goddamn long this is taking. I might even just run this in the background and not in a video until it's done. Come on, you gotta finish these. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so these 3 produce like no power. That's so funny. Okay. But they are just our emergency generators. Yeah. Okay. Plumbing. Liquid pipe. So this is the outflow pipe. So you flow up to here. And check this out. I'm going to connect this briefly. Just to pull the last of that liquid out. Good. Disconnect. Okay. Which means I can then snip this. Plug into that. Continue all the way up to here. Yeah, this is where I want to go. Okay. Deconstruct those. Deconstruct those. Alright. And I'll do one more cycle for this video. So. We want to bridge into this pipe. We'll bridge into this pipe. Gonna get a little convoluted, okay? Like that, like that, like that. You know what else we can do? We deconstruct that. And we just run this pipe that way. Yeah. And we're going to need to plant some of that as well. All right. So, what should happen is when we eventually have this thing emptied of gas, which will now take forever. Because the good news is it then like the gas kind of flows across here and we suck it all out in one go. Good Lord. Yeah. What the hell is this? Where did this pipe come from? What the fuck is happening here? I actually don't know how that occurred. Alright, well that could have gone terribly. That could have linked who knows what pipes to what. And fucked everything up. It didn't, thankfully. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to build a second ethanol distiller. Okay, and I'm going to have to end this one here. So, the plan is second ethanol distiller. That way we're going to make twice as much ethanol to fill these up and to run the petroleum generators. Then, I'm going to have the petroleum, eventually, from this, whenever this is done, feed into... Right, it's going to be stored in here, and then it's going to be fed up into here, bridged in case we ever run out of fuel in these. Like if the ethanol stops pumping, then we can bridge them in. That's the plan for now. What might end up happening is we set up, frankly, I think I'm going to rip this whole power plant apart and rebuild it. So I'll have specifically ethanol powered generators that will run on the lower amount of ethanol that we have, but probably constantly with a much different threshold in its associated battery. Then I will have petroleum powered petrol generators that feed the additional power from our supply of petroleum when it's needed, which won't be constantly, because that will have a much lower threshold even than the hydrogen generators, which pull the very basic and minor offshoots from the SPOM, but that will supplant power generation a little bit. And I'll have this all ideally built into a single room with a power control station that will allow these to bump up their 800 to 1200 watts, which again is just a bit of extra power. And then I'll have an emergency wood burning generator set up somewhere else. I mean, I might just have them down here, like a power control station power generator set up lower down, so that these can pump out 450 watts each in the most dire of emergencies using our wood supply is the plan. But that will all be in the next one. For now, thank you everybody so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. It helps out a great deal. I really appreciate it. I love your faces for it. If you're new, consider subscribing to the channel for more content. Check the links in the description. Ring the notification button. And I'll see you in the next one. See ya!